Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nura Atika binti Sharil. We are from group 4 and we choose first topic for our assignment, which is Balik Kampung traffic jam during Eidul Fitri holiday. And we are assigned to do it according to Scamper. And first component is for S, substitute. People can substitute their negative emotions with positive ones to reduce stress by listening to a music while going through traffic jams to their hometown for Eid Fit. During Eidul Fitri holiday, usually in Malaysia, of course, traffic jams will happen because most people will going back to their hometown, so it may cause stress to them who are going through it. So they can substitute their negative emotion by listening to a music so that they will have a positive emotion throughout the jams. Second is combine. The employers may allow employees to combine Fitri leave with annual leaves to ensure they can have more time to plan their journey thoroughly to their hometown to avoid traffic jams. So the employers may allow the employees to combine their leave with annual leave so that they can have more time to plan their journey to go back to their hometown and also to return back to their workplace so that will reduce the congestion for a long time. For the elaboration part, we choose adapt to elaborate, which is the government should adjust the scheduling of early holidays in conjunction with Eidul Fitri according to the states in Malaysia in order to reduce the number of vehicles on the road. For my point, the government needs to establish an act that every big celebration as Eidul Fitri should be given a particular day for holidays before the estimated date of the celebration in all sectors, so that all parties can make appropriate preparation and they will be able to return to their hometown earlier to reduce congestion on the roads. And this can reduce any worries for all parties regarding the date of Eid and allow them to prepare to go to their hometown. Most people have to wait for the fixed date so that they can plan their holiday. Because of the uncertainty of the fixed date and Eid announcement, they had to delay their journey to their hometowns. With earlier holidays that had been set, all parties can plan their trips more thoroughly, hence can reduce congestions during the festive season. That's all from my part.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Nur Najiha Husna binti Musa, matric number 1813458. Now I will continue my part for ideas in dealing with the situation of Balik Kampung traffic jams during Eidul Fitri holiday. To overcome this issue, I will use two techniques from Scamper based on my own ideas. The first technique is adapt. The idea is that the government should adjust the scheduling of early holidays in conjunction with Eidul Fitri, according to states in Malaysia, in order to reduce the number of vehicles on the road. For this idea, our group is agreed to choose this idea, and my contribution to the elaboration part is traffic jams are often an issue every time it's time to go back to the village to celebrate Eidul Fitri. This occurs because many people plan to return to their hometown on their day off or with last minute plans. This causes people to return to the village on the same day and time due to the poorly managed schedule and the holidays that are coordinated by Malaysia. Thus, to overcome this situation, the number of people on the road can be minimized by adjusting the schedule of early holidays in conjunction with Eidul Fitri according to the states in Malaysia by the government, as everyone goes to their hometown at the scheduled time. In order to make this idea possible, the government has the authority to provide instructions to certain states about early holidays. For instance, early release is permitted in wilayah Persekutuan, Selangor, Negeri Sembilan, Perak, Johor and Perlis on Ramadan 26. Continued the next day for the states of Pulau Pinang, Kelantan and Melaka on the 27th of Ramadan. Then, Pahang, Kedah, Terengganu, Sabah and Sarawak will follow on Ramadan 28. With this, there remain 2 days until Eidul Fitri for those who cannot return to the village early to return to their village or to face the unexpected 8th day. Therefore, traffic congestion can be alleviated by adhering to a planned and orderly schedule for returning to the village as instructed by the government. Next, the second technique is magnify. For this idea, my idea is that the Public Works Department or JKR should enlarge the roads by opening or creating alternate routes on all highways in Malaysia to alleviate traffic congestions on the same roads. The increased number of vehicles at the same time and place increases traffic congestion. The Public Works Department or JKR needs to enlarge roadways by establishing or creating other routes. This is because more open roads might help balance the number of vehicles on the road. For example, JKR can enlarge the road by shifting the original route to another direction, allowing cars to go smoothly. To make this concept a success, the collaboration of many traffic police officers is required. Furthermore, the implementation of this plan must be shared with the public in advance so that they are aware of the alternate method. To ease traffic congestion on the same route, enlarging the roadways by constructing or establishing additional routes on all major highways is necessary. Let's move from. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Hidayah binti Razali. I am from Group 5. So the topic that our group choose is Balik Kampung traffic jam during Eidul Fitri holiday. So my contribution in this assignment is from the scamper technique, which is minify and modify. So for minify, the government should reduce toll by only remaining at the border of the states in order to speed up the movement of vehicle on the road. So it means that people who want to travel during Idul Fitri only need to pass only two tolls at the border in order to avoid congestion. So secondly is modify. So the Ministry of Transport should modify the road by put a ring road on the highway to provide alternative ways to avoid traffic jam. And the ring road is needed on the highway as our country Malaysia produce a lot of car, and this clearly show that we need more road on the highway, especially during Eid and also holidays. It is because people have the same destination which need to travel from the city to hometown. Okay, for the this assignment, we choose adapt as the for the main idea in this assignment and this topic as a problem solver. So the government should adjust the scheduling of early holidays in conjunction with Eidul Fitri according to the state in Malaysia in order to reduce the number of vehicles on the road. Okay, so my contribution in this elaboration is the government can establish a particular team consisting of the police traffic to manage the traffic flow during Eidul Fitri holiday. So this team will manage the traffic by identifying the vehicle from each state before they release them, or they are past the toll by using an app which is jam. So this will help the police to recognize vehicle that follow the schedule for holiday during Idul Fitri in order to avoid congestion. So the state are only agreed by the government. So the app will not take time as the use of the app is only at the first toll and the last toll of the road. Okay, and then in addition, the bus company should be well informed from the government about the schedule before making the journey. So they need to be aware about the schedule according to the state. So all bus companies or driver also need to have the application in order to ease the police to recognize the state that they want to people want to travel. Okay. So that's all from me.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Amira binti Jabali with metric number of 191228, and today I'll be sharing with you about my contribution in my group's camper assignment. So basically, me, myself, and my group members, we have chosen one of the three situations that was given, which is facing traffic jam while balik kampung during Hari Raya. So we need to generate 10 new ideas while using different camper techniques, and I personally have picked two of them, which are put into other users technique and also eliminate technique. So under put into other users technique, I have suggested that people should fix their time management. They can make a list of their own schedule, and that includes the duration of each transportation that normally takes to arrive home. And they should modify the schedule and pick the one that can help them avoid the traffic jam. And under the eliminate technique, I have suggested that the drivers should be more cooperative while driving and be considerate instead of showing protest or having negative attitudes while steering, which will never help to solve the traffic jam problems. Instead, be more positive and things will solve its problem. My last contribution in this group assignment would be elaborating partly of one of my group members' technique, which is adapt technique. She talks about the government should adjust the scheduling of early holidays in conjunction with Eidul Fitr according to the states in Malaysia in order to reduce the number of vehicles on the road. But as for me, it all depends on every individuals. I have explained that every individual plays a big role in managing their schedule. Unable to handle their own schedule may lead to more problems. If majority of the people have failed to fix their schedule properly, it may lead them to go back last minute, and because of that, it may be the reasons of why there's traffic jam, because there are too many vehicles on the road. So if they fix their schedules well and they manage to settle their things prior before they go back home, everything will be alright.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Fitri bin Muhammad Fauzi, and my metric number is 2211635. I am from Group 5, and I'll be explaining my contribution in this assignment, which is the reverse and rearrange, as well as some parts from the elaboration. So for reverse, the family should consider changing their mode of transportation. Majority of the families usually go back to their hometown by car, which may cause the heavy traffic jam in the highway. Therefore, the families should change their transportation, such as boarding the train, instead to avoid dealing with the heavy traffic jam on the way back to their hometown. So not only that, traveling by train may be more cost effective than driving, especially when consider factors such as tolls and gas. So next, for the rearrange. The family should rearrange their route on their way back to their hometown, even if it means taking a longer route to avoid getting stressed due to the congestion during Eidul Fitri. So there are a lot of GPS applications such as Waze or Google Maps to help identify less congested roads. Furthermore, some of these apps have the features of checking traffic reports. So therefore, the driver can check the traffic reports and to see which roads are affected. Thus, this can minimize the stress of the driver when driving. So I would like to explain my part in the elaboration section. So the media plays a major role in spreading messages and reminders to the public regarding holidays, especially during festive season such as Eidul Fitri. Media outlets should collaborate with local authorities such as the police and transportation agencies to provide up-to-date information on traffic conditions and provide advice on the best routes to take to avoid congestion. So by providing information on traffic safety, weather conditions, and road closures, the media can help to reduce the risk of accidents, which may lead and prolong the traffic jam during Eidul Fitri. This information is extremely helpful as it can help people plan their journeys more effectively and avoid the worst traffic jams. Social media platforms such as Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter can be used to share information about traffic conditions and provide reminder to the public to travel safely. This can be very effective in reaching younger audience who may use social media as a source of news and information. Overall, the media plays an important part in spreading awareness to the public to go back to their hometown early to avoid traffic jams.